They're off and racing, jumping away, and De Vegas Warrior away just fine, just needing a little bit of coaxing along, but he's one of the leaders, in fact, early as they race through the first of their 16 furlongs here. This 2-miler, the Illuminate Christmas Ball Handicap, with the favourite Tradesman and Hayley Turner sitting plumb last early on. The first to show is A Poet's Secret, as Grand Duchess Olga is pushed up to go right into second place, ahead of De Vegas Warrior, and also Killarney on the inside, and to the outer Dragon Ball Prince. They also race quite prominently. Just in behind those leaders, Natakata is just ahead of So Far So Good. Pledge of Honor comes next, racing just ahead of Longaroo, and Longaroo is followed by Tradesman, who is still well and truly switched off, last of the field. They're racing around the home turn for the first time. They've got just over 1.25 miles left to run in this Illuminate Christmas Ball Handicap, with A Poet's Secret showing out in front by a length and a bit to Dragon Ball Prince in second. Kehlani's back in third place, and then Grand Duchess Olga. The grey-haired of Natakata racing next against the rail. She's in fifth place, and she's just ahead of De Vegas Warrior, who keeps company just ahead of Pledge of Honor. Further back, So Far So Good. Tradesman next, and Longaroo is the back marker. So they race at a steady tempo past the judge with another circuit left to go. And up front, A Poet's Secret with the lead. 1 mile left to run, halfway. A Poet's Secret leading from Dragon Ball Prince in second place. Then comes Killarney third. Grand Duchess Olga still fourth. Natakata fifth. Followed in sixth by De Vegas Warrior. De Vegas Warrior is followed by Pledge of Honor. So Far So Good. Tradesman yet to make his move under Hayley Turner, and is racing just a fraction ahead of Longaroo, the back marker. So now down the back straight they head for the final time. It's A Poet's Secret who still leads, but that lead is down to 3 parts of a length now. Dragon Ball Prince to the outside second. Killarney and Grand Duchess Olga the next pairing. Natakata hasn't made a move yet. Then De Vegas Warrior, who's in amongst runners as well, a very close 6. Pledge of Honor comes after those, together with So Far So Good. Tradesman still second last, and the back marker, Longaroo. There's just half a mile left to run now. A Poet's Secret leads. In behind, Dragon Ball Prince being chased up. Killarney's nipping through on the inside, followed then by Grand Duchess Olga. Natakata is followed by De Vegas Warrior. Hayley Turner looking confident on Tradesman. She's closing up a little bit now, with on her inside Pledge of Honor. The gap then back to Longaroo, and So Far So Good. Less than 2 furlongs left to go. Now Tradesman is behind a wall of horses. Will have to do something. Will have to try and find a gap. Switches to the outside to try and do so. Grand Duchess Olga is the leader though, from De Vegas Warrior. Down the outside, Tradesman now in the clear and starting to rattle home. And here it is, Hayley Turner's 1,000th career winner, 23 years after her first. She's done it on Tradesman to beat De Vegas Warrior and Grand Duchess Olga.
Fine achievement has been reached here at Chelmsford tonight by Hayley Turner, a 1,000th career success, this time aboard Tradesman, who's been a real ally. We'll get to him in a second, but well done, Hayley. You must be absolutely thrilled with that. It's a big achievement. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, I did drag it out a little bit and made a bit of a mountain out of a molehill, but got there eventually. Yeah, it was good.
It's not an easy thing to do, though. 1,000 wins takes some getting.
Well, it's took me plenty of time. It's nice to see that, you know, the girls behind me, you know, that are up and coming, the likes of Holly, Safi, Nicola Curry, Josephine, they're all, you know, riding so well every day. And although it's taken me 20 years to do it, it will probably take them, you know, half the time. But it's nice to see the progression from when I started to now. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I was just saying after the race to Martin Dwyer that you might play it down, and there was a few of you at the same time that were kind of coming through. Kirsty Miltzerek was doing pretty well, Kathy Gannon. I'm sure I'm missing a few off, and there were people that went before you, but I think you sort of changed the way that female riders were seen, and you were basically groundbreaking in, and you paved the way for the likes of I suppose most obviously Holly nowadays, but Josie Gordon, who's gone on to ride 100 winners in a year since as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's really kind to say that, and you know, it makes me feel very proud when I think that perhaps I played a part in, you know, the successes of their career. You know, very small part, but yeah, and it's just, you know, I started off riding with Kim Tinkler and Alex Greaves, and then there was Joanna Badger, Lisa Jones, Kirsty Muljarik, Kathy Gannon, and I've seen a lot of the girls come and go, and they've all played a big part in getting the female riders to where they are now.
The 1,000 winners brought up in these colours that were also the colours that you gained your first Group 1 win in.
Yeah, I mean, how great is that? Unfortunately, Khalifa Dasmal's not here, but I'm sure he'll be watching at home, and obviously I'm hugely grateful to him. I've had a lot of fun on his horses over the years, and particularly David Simcock, who, you know, gave me my first Group 1 winner and has been a supporter of mine from day one and continues to do so. So yeah, it's great.
Is that July Cup win still a highlight? You obviously went on that year to have another top-level success on Margot did in the Nunthorpe, but is that first one still the most special day?
I think so, and also the July Cup's quite I mean, I know they're all Group 1s, but I find that that's quite a biggie, being at sort of the headquarters, and it was particularly nice to have a Group 1 winner for Michael Bell on Margot did in the Nunthorpe, because he's, you know, obviously helped get me going as an apprentice and got the ball rolling, which was one of the hardest things to do in that time, because, you know, girls weren't that fashionable. So, you know, he's really put his neck on the line as David to get me here. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, there've been plenty of people. You've mentioned a couple of the key ones, but lots of people have supported you over the years to give you the chances to get to this 1,000. So there's probably too many people to thank, really.
Yeah, I mean, I just walked in and Chris Dwyer was here and said, "Well done, Phil McEntee, Robert Cowell," and then you know, like sort of Conor Dorr. I think I must have had sort of 90 odd winners for him. He's not training now, but he go back a long way, and yeah, it feels like a bit of a relief now. I've done it. I don't know why. I kind of made a big deal about it and then put pressure on myself. It was fine, and yeah, I'm just chuffed now.
A lot of those winners for Connor close to home at Southwell.
Southwell, yeah. Norma McCauley when she was. I think I rode one of my first winners for her at Southwell, and Declan Carroll, who I had my first ride for there, and yeah, it goes back a long way. But
and lots of support from the family as well, including your auntie. They've been racking up the miles trying to see you do the 1,000th winner, and it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, so that's my auntie Jenny and Wayne. They've been to Newcastle twice, Wolverhampton, and they've come all the way to Chelmsford to watch. And unfortunately, the other members of the family couldn't get here, but you know, I couldn't ask them to be driving around the country at this time of year. So yeah, and also it's, you know, the amount of birthday parties, weddings, christenings, barbecues, celebrations that my family have, you know, I've not been to, and they you know, they get it and it's fine, and you know, I'm quite lucky that they're so understanding with my job.
Yeah, that's the life of a jockey. It's a life that you have lived well, done extremely well at, excelled at. Plenty more to come, I'm sure, but Hayley, congratulations from all of us on Racing TV.
Thank you, thanks very much, cheers.